Day since Trump came into office, he bombards us with ridiculous policies. We go crazy trying to keep up with them. And before we can catch our breath, he hits us with something else even more absurd. It is exhausting and unsustainable. So starting today, no more of that. OK? No more. I have a whole script here full of important issues that I want to talk about. And I'm not going to let Donald Trump distract me with some crazy new idea.
This morning, a stunning proposal from an American president, Donald Trump, with the Israeli prime minister by his side, declaring that the U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip.
The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip. We'll own it.
OK, let me just ask, what? And also, what?
President Trump made a surprising suggestion last night during a press conference. The United States, he said, should take over the war-torn Gaza Strip and redevelop it into something like a seaside resort.
We have an opportunity to do something that could be phenomenal. And I don't want to be cute. I don't want to be a wise guy, but the Riviera of the Middle East.
What the f***? Trump is going to turn Gaza into the Riviera? He couldn't even turn Atlantic City into a nicer Atlantic City. If anything, they tore down so many of his casinos, he turned Atlantic City into Gaza. But okay, he wants to rebuild it and he wants to turn it into Mar-a-Lago. At least the Palestinians will have a place to go back to.
Donald Trump calling for the permanent resettlement of roughly 2 million Palestinians.
I don't think people should be going back to Gaza. I think that Gaza has been very unlucky for them.
And he says he's willing to use the U.S. military to do it.
We'll do what is necessary. If it's necessary, we'll do that.
Okay, just so I'm clear, your idea is to take over Gaza, rebuild it into Mar-a-Lago, and make sure that the Palestinians who live there can't go back? That is the craziest thing he said since yesterday and until tomorrow. He's effectively advocating for ethnic cleansing. Who could possibly be okay with that?
You see things others refuse to see. You say things others refuse to say. And after the jaws drop, people scratch their heads and they say, you know, he's right.
No, they usually scratch their heads and they say, what the f*** are you talking about?
Hello. Is John's microphone not working? John's microphone.
It's sure on.
Can you hear yourself? I can.
Did you plug your headphones in, John? I thought you two were just like trying to harmonize with each other.
No. Try your mic again. I'm not hearing his mic in my headphones.
Did somebody unplug the headphone amp again?
I don't know.
Somebody's playing tricks on us.
How can you? Yes. Here. Try this mic. Let's see if this one works. Okay. I think that one works.
1, 2.
Yeah. Now I hear him.
Yeah, that works.
So there, you know.
All right. Don't know what happened here.
What happened last night? Were they taping things in here?
It's the ghost again.
Okay.
All right.
It's the ghostly janitor completing his unfinished business.
Yeah.
Okay. 92.7 WMDX. It's Friday. It's John and Gordy. And
It is.
Yeah, we're just getting settled in here. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a great open. It really was.
Desi Leidick.
Yeah.
From
she is fantastic. I love her
Daily
sense
Show.
of humor. She is edgy as heck.
Very good.
She reminds me so much of Stephanie Miller.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I can see the resemblance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In her approach.
Some comedians have a certain style and it looks a little forced, but she is natural as heck.
Yeah.
Just like Stephanie is.
Yeah, I like the format that they developed over the last year or so with Daily Show. Different hosts. Jon Stewart is back, and then other hosts, Jordan Klepper and Desi Lydic.
I found myself thinking to myself anyway that Jon Stewart is just I can take just so much of John.
You might be right, because maybe you're similar to his approach. It's a little curmudgeon-y, around the edges.
Well, that's true. That's true. Now, the thing that bothers me most about John is that he uses a lot of props and a lot of dramatic pauses. And he makes a lot of faces at the camera. And that's what I'm. Yeah. And I'm just.
And he works it. Yeah.
It doesn't work for our radio show. Well, you stop doing that, I have to make major edits because of that.
Right.
So I've had it with Jon Stewart.
Yes.
Get it together, man.
Come on.
Just because there was a song titled Jon Stewart is God, it doesn't mean that you are, man.
Okay. Well, it's Friday, thank God, and it's 14 degrees. Pretty cold out there. No ice this morning. All the ice is melted away. Everything's fine on the roads. And our high today, well, let's hit the lottery balls.
The lottery balls.
Why
Let's
not?
go with that. Yeah.
It's a Friday tradition at this point.
Oh,
Is it?
There
Okay,
you
first
go.
number is a 3. And the second number is coming up the chute. It's a 0. 30 for a high today.
That's too bad.
Okay. And, we'll get the weekend forecast from Brittany Merlot in a little while.
I fear getting snow now. With all this lack of snow, you get used to it. And then, somewhere along the way here, we're going to have a major snowstorm. We're going to have drifts. We're going to have snow plows, stuffing ditches. It's just going to be a nightmare. We're so lucky so far.
Yeah. You think we're going to get hit by a major blizzard?
We are.
I love it when it snows a ton.
No,
so
it's
much
not
fun.
good. It's not good. All that extra weight on the parking ramp.
Well, the city bought all these new snow plows, and they did come up with the final names. I'll have to find those.
That's right. Yeah,
but they don't get any use this winter.
Nope.
So
everybody knows that blizzards were invented by snowplow companies to sell more snowplows.
Is that it? That's a good theory.
Well, we went through all the trouble of coming up with a new plan to deal with the snow. See, we didn't have the problem we had last year.
Right.
And now we haven't been able to do any of it.
Exactly.
It's just sitting on the shelf. Why plan ahead anyway? Let's get an Elon Musk kind of guy in here and
oh, sure.
Clean house.
No.
We don't need government anymore.
He's busy. He's busy doing other things. He doesn't want to focus on the small towns.
No.
He's busy in Washington. Hey, I forgot what I was going to mention.
Oh,
hang on a second.
The 100,000 eggs.
Oh,
100,000.
100,000 eggs stolen out of the back of a truck.
Yeah.
And I guess these are all
what?
Natural
eggs.
Yeah, something
Organic
eggs. That's right.
100,000 eggs, and they were stolen.
Yep.
That's a lot of eggs.
That's a lot of eggs.
What are you going to do with them?
Well, the whole thing here is if somebody starts selling a lot of eggs someplace,
well, you'll be able to track that down.
Yes, you will be able to track that down. Easy to locate. Wow.
Yeah.
You can't imagine. Why would you take 100,000 eggs? Because you can't sell them without being noticed. I don't know.
Maybe there's a whole underground food distribution market.
Yep.
And,
Doge behind it.
Oh, that could be. It's 1:15. Oh, I know. The phone lines are open. 608-879-8255, 879-TALK. Or you can always text us and call us on the Civic Media app. Yes,
Just did
Sam?
a quick calculation for how much of a space those 100,000 eggs occupied.
Yeah.
If you cracked all of those eggs into a big bowl, it'd be 4,600 liters of egg.
Okay, that's a lot.
Okay,
that is a lot of egg.
Seems like a lot.
Big omelet you're making.
So according to CNN, they were stolen from a trailer in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Maybe the Amish took them.
Well, you never know.
The Amish Mafia.
We heard a cut yesterday from
There's a
Senator
thing.
John Kennedy.
Yeah.
He loves eggs more than he likes sex. No, omelets. He likes omelets more than he likes sex.
Is that right? I didn't hear that
So
comment.
there's maybe a reason for these 100,000 eggs being stolen.
Maybe. Okay.
That's a quote that Short Stack should put up on its wall.
That's right.
Well, let's get to the National Day calendar.
By the way, we should all go to Short Stack one of these days.
Yeah.
We should hang out there one morning after the show.
I think so.
Yeah.
Could this be the morning?
No.
No, not today. Okay. Well, let's see. What is it for this 7th day of February? Is it Bubblegum Day? Is it National Periodic Table Day? Is it National Hot Air Balloon Day? National Send a Card to a Friend Day, or National Fettuccine Alfredo Day, or National Wear Red Day?
Well, it's not Wear Red Day because
Actually-
no one here is wearing red. So,
Well,
it's not Wearing Red Day.
actually, you're wrong, John. It is National Red Day. First Friday of February, it's an annual campaign to raise awareness about heart disease in women, in fact. National campaign urges women to learn their risk for heart disease and take steps to lower their risk. So wear red today.
All right.
Okay, well, Sam,
we missed out on that. We should have
Where's
checked
that?
the
I'm wearing,
calendar.
I'm wearing orange. That's
okay, I'm colorblind,
Sorta
so it's
close.
hard. What color is this flannel shirt? Isn't
it's
this
multicolored.
Has
It's
it
like,
got red in
It's
it?
kind of red. Yeah, it's got
yeah,
red in it.
yeah, it's
See,
got
so-
dark red in it.
All right. See.
Unnoticeable, but yeah, it's red.
What day does not belong, Sam? I went through all the days. You
Hot Air Balloon Day. That's what I'm going.
Actually, you're wrong.
Oh
too.
man.
It is Hot Air Balloon Day.
Who would go up in weather like this?
No, I'm kidding. It's not Hot Air
Well-
Balloon Day.
Okay, why?
But it is National Periodic Table Day. Boy, let's salute the periodic table. Sam, I bet you know the periodic table quite well, right?
Well, I sure
When-
couldn't list you all the elements, like
Okay.
in the Elements song, but I know some of it. Yeah.
You know, the periodic table has a long history. In fact, the 1st century AD, mankind knew about the elements of gold, silver, copper, iron, lead, tin, mercury, sulfur, and carbon. So they were off to a good start there at 1 BC or AD.
That's
AD.
right. Yeah.
By 1809, there were 47 discovered elements. And then by 1817, they were in groups of 3 or triads. And I don't know. It goes on and on. I'm not a chemist. I flunked chemistry in high school.
We got to take a break.
Okay. 18 past the hour. We'll check out the history book when we return with John and Gordy in the morning.
Phosphorus and francium and fluorine and terbium and manganese and mercurium, molybdenum, magnesium, dysprosium and scandium and cerium and cesium and lead, praseodymium and platinum, plutonium, palladium, promethium, potassium, polonium and tantalum, technetium, titanium, tellurium and cadmium and calcium and chromium and
Again in the second half of our show. Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always do. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day. And I'll send all my loving to you. I'll pretend that I'm kissing the lips.
92.7 WMGX, John and Gordy in the morning. I remember watching that broadcast.
Me too.
It was, I just had goosebumps. It was wonderful.
It was electric.
It was, on the radio, they had these songs ad nauseum. Complete wall to wall Beatles on the radio at that time. And we heard the songs. We just wanted to see the group finally.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And this was a big, big day.
It happened on February 9th. And 1964, right, Sam? And boy, it was just a sensation.
It was
just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Something like 76 million people watched it.
And
and
I know, women really liked Elvis Presley an awful lot. And he fell all over. But when we saw the crowds and what they were screaming at the Beatles.
Right.
I mean, it was just insane because I thought, why don't they stop yelling?
So we can hear the music. Yeah.
No, I was just a kid, I mean, a teenager, but it was just electrifying.
Yeah.
It was just something else.
I was 10 years old in Indianapolis, Indiana. My sister was 14, I think. And she got to see the Beatles. Their first tour in Indianapolis.
Yes, what a story that is. Mr. Beatle.
Dad came home with a pair of tickets. Yeah.
God.
And she said, "Oh, I'll take my friend Jane." I'm like, hey, I'm the Beatle fan over here. Of course, she loved him too, but
that's totally unfair.
No, I know it. Yeah,
you are still trying to work your way through that.
We still argue about that now to this day. She saw him at the Indiana State Fair.
Oh God.
Yeah. She said it was absolutely pandemonium, and it was actually scary because it was out of control. And she never went to another rock concert till many years later, like about 5 years ago, she went to see the Doobie Brothers at Ho Chunk or something. But, wow. She was so scared of rock concerts.
That's a come down. Oh, geez. What's left of the Doobie Brothers? She went to see at a casino. Help us all. I can't imagine a worse situation than that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just no.
I did see McCartney. That was, that was about 15 years ago or so. Yep. Anyway. So that happened on the date that we can't celebrate because it's on the weekend,
it's on
right?
Sunday.
It's on Sunday, which is
so that's why we're playing it today.
Good.
But on
What else
this
in
day, on this
history?
day, they arrived in America. They hopped off their plane, and started checking the place out.
Yeah, that's great. Great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Other things we got in the history
Fab
book.
Four mop tops, those lads from Liverpool.
That's right. Yep. Okay. What else on this day?
Today in 1817, Baltimore becomes the first city to light their streets with gas. Before we had electric street lights, they had.
Oh, I thought you meant they just poured some gasoline out on the street. See what happens.
Light it up, yeah. No, they had gas street lights. So you'd see somebody in the evening going around with like a big match on a pole and lighting all the street lights.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, a lot of homes had light posts in their yard that were fed by gas.
Right.
Yeah. That I didn't know.
Yeah.
What else we got today in 20? I thought this was like hilariously bad. Today in 2013, Mississippi became the last state to formally abolish slavery.
In 2013.
2013, when they submitted their paperwork to ratify the 13th Amendment.
Just a little behind, late on the paperwork. Had to cross the T's and dot the I's.
Right.
The gears of government moving very slowly.
Mississippi. Okay.
We got quite a
any birthdays?
Quite a few birthdays. John Deere, born today in 1804. Charles Dickens, Laura Ingalls Wilder, and Chris Rock all share a birthday today.
That's
great stuff.
Okay. Beautiful.
Yeah. Well, we have a tractor show here in Wisconsin. Everybody goes to that. I think that's in
sure.
Richland Center or
Oh, yeah?
somewhere around there,
Huh.
isn't it?
Could be, but
In that area up there
well, no, there's
near Baraboo. It's Baraboo,
It's
right?
in Baraboo. They
Okay,
have
it's Baraboo.
this steam and gas powered engine show.
Yeah, it's incredible. It really is.
It's amazing, actually.
It's almost dreamlike. You go up there. These people have you would probably love
Yeah,
it.
I'm a sucker
these
for
are-
a good steam engine.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They have different kinds of engines and great technology that people have abandoned, and people have put those things back together. That's why I think you would like something like that, to talk to those individuals up there. But it is just an amazing event to go to.
It's between Baraboo and Reedsburg, just off of Highway 12 on Sand Road. But you can see it.
Yeah.
I mean, from a distance, because they have so much machinery out there, and it's a great big field. And it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we took the kids out there, and it was just fantastic. I mean, they loved hopping on these tractors.
Oh, yeah.
It's great.
Good times.
Really fun.
Yeah, and like you say, most of them, a lot of them.
Yeah,
most of them are operable.
Yes,
that's how they get them there.
But the strange technologies that they did come up with that never really took off. They have displays of those.
Right.
It's really interesting.
Mm-hmm. Good times. Okay.
John and Gordy should have an event out there.
We should. We're getting some texts in here.
Yeah. Have you guys heard about these tech towns and these seasteads that Peter Thiel and tech billionaires want to build? Yes. They wanted to build it out in Greenland. That's why.
Really?
That's why they want to buy Greenland. They want to make it a tech island.
That
for
sounds
these
like another
individuals.
pipe dream idea, like Elon's idea to colonize Mars.
Yeah.
When is that going to happen? Who would want that to happen?
We want that to happen. We want him to go to Mars.
We want him to go to
Yes,
Mars.
we want him to go there. Yeah. And those rockets are really reliable. So now
he should be the first.
Yeah. But so these billionaires don't have to deal with all the petty things that we have to deal with, snow plowing and everything else. They just they have their island, probably a big dome.
So this would be just like for tech cities?
Yep. Just tech.
They don't want anything to do with anything.
Right. They can run their social medias
out there
without being in the U.S.
Something to ponder.
And we would love that. We would like to send them to an island and never have to see them again.
Yeah,
and I just want to pose this too, because everybody hates Facebook and Meta now, right?
Sure.
Zuckerberg, we don't like them.
Right.
All right. Isn't this the time for a competitor to step up and offer something like Facebook?
Wouldn't that be
We
great?
would all just
think so.
Run to that site.
I think you're onto something
I
there,
don't know.
John. Okay. We're just getting going on this Friday morning. A little bit later on, Jimmy K will be here with a weekend preview of Max Inc. Coming right back with more of John and Gordy.
As the 21st century began, human evolution was at a turning point, a dumbing down. With no natural predators to thin the herd, it began to simply reward those who reproduced the most and left the intelligent to become an endangered species.
Now listen, Grapehead. I'll explain it so even you can understand it.
You calling me a liar?
I ain't calling you a truther.
Idiocracy.
For the smartest guy in the world, you're pretty dumb sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Pretty dumb by it. Well, I don't know. I mean, you sit there and you think, what's going on with these people, right?
Exactly.
But well, I couldn't do a boom hour if I tried, but
yeah. It's 6:35. It's 14 degrees. Highs today about 30. And this portion of the John and Gordy Morning Show is brought to you by our friends at Verlo Mattress. You can sleep better. You can dream bigger on a handcrafted Verlo mattress. Check them out on Madison's east side or west side, or go to their website, verlo.com.
This is WMDX, where you can hear stories about 100,000 eggs being stolen.
Yeah. Right? We don't know where they went.
No.
They haven't shown up yet anywhere.
We have a suggestion here, though, from John in Middleton. Custard's last stand.
Custard?
Yeah, making custard. That's one way to disguise the 100,000 eggs. And he also says, you got to wonder if the heist was over easy.
Oh, I see what he went there. Yeah. Okay. And
he said, you might as well let the police crack the case.
Case.
Well,
okay.
There you go.
John's got him going on there.
Every one of those jokes went right over my head the first time.
Oh, you got to wake up, Sam.
Yeah, wake up.
Smell the coffee. Okay.
And then another one, Mark, out in Prairie du Sac said, send Musk to the moon among the stars. Let's see if he can breathe on Mercury.
Oh, I think that's supposed to be a lyric for a song.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. And other people are saying, hey, they also watched the Beatles on Ed Sullivan.
Anna watched it, yeah.
Yeah, Anna, which was a great song by the Beatles, too, on a flip side.
Well, yeah, but
B-side.
They didn't write it.
No, they didn't. That was a cover.
Yeah.
And what else?
Trump must have skipped or slept through classes in private military school, which he did go to. Yeah. And that's where we found out that his IQ is, I think, what was it, 74 or something like that?
Wow.
Which is
not subpar.
Well, it's really subpar, where you normally need some kind of assistance.
So, okay.
All right.
You can text us on the Civic Media app or call us. Yeah.
All right. It's time to get to more of Idiocracy here.
All right.
The deadline is now extended to Monday in regards to Musk's plan to call a mass culling of the government offices. Monday is the day he will decide. He will hear the merits of the case from both labor unions and Musk. It'll be interesting. The labor unions, of course, are trying to put a halt to all of this because it's illegal. So they're making that argument. So far, more than 40,000 staff have accepted the buyout deal. But that's a very small number when you consider there's 400,000 or so government employees. The White House press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, here's my theory. She's an AI robotically engineered newer model of Megan. Anybody see the Megan movie?
I don't recall that.
Well,
movie,
you're going to have to see it, and then you'll think of Caroline Leavitt, okay? She told reporters that federal workers should accept the very generous offer of a deferred resignation.
That's what she says.
Yeah, okay. She's kind of talking to me here. She said competent replacements would be found for those who want to rip the American people off. And there's so much respect in that comment, isn't there? It's just that's why I call her the AI robotically engineered newer model of Megan. Please, please stop it. God, how could they find somebody who would be a perfect spokesperson for Trump? It's unimaginable, but they did.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta notice myself. I work for the U.S. Census Bureau,
right? And you got a notice.
I got a notification in
like
my
a
email.
Buyout?
I did. Yes.
Okay.
The Department of Commerce, which is what the census is under, has received approval from the Office of Personal Management. Well, I'm sure they wanted that approval. To voluntary early retirement. They call it VERA, Voluntary Early Retirement Authority. Get this. This is the part that kind of stayed with me.
Yeah.
Eligibility for this.
Yeah.
There's an eligibility line in here. Listen to this. To be eligible for VERA, an employee must be at least 50.
Okay.
With a minimum of 20 years of credible federal service, or be any age with at least 25 years of credible federal service. Now, here's the thing, because in the census, at least for me and a lot of people that I know doing the census in this country, we're all retirees. We're doing it just because. Something to do.
Something to do.
Yeah.
Make a little pocket change.
And that means that we're over 50.
Right.
So I don't think they know what they're doing. It's just a mass firing, basically, is what it is. They don't understand the government bodies that they're going for. It's just, see, and then I think it's ageism. They're picking on older people.
Yes. Well, closer to retirement age but working,
50.
but you have to be there 20. You haven't been there 20 years.
No.
So you're not.
No.
So
yeah,
this doesn't affect you.
This doesn't apply to me.
Yeah.
And I'm part-time, full-time.
Okay.
It's a weird category. But anyway, I just thought I'd pass that along. And they have restrictions and all that, but they're going after the older senior people who know the census, who have been there for years,
know how to
know
do
the
it.
system, can't even change it because they know what needs to be changed because they've been there so long. But they're getting rid of those people and they're going to put younger people in their place. No.
No, nothing.
Wow.
Start from ground zero.
Yeah, there's something real wrong with that whole idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought I'd pass it
but the
along.
judges put the kibosh on everything for the time being.
So far,
everything's
Monday,
frozen.
Yeah, Monday is the day he'll hear the arguments from both sides and make a decision from there.
Okay.
And then that'll be challenged and go on to other courts or maybe the Supreme Court.
Eventually, maybe.
And maybe they'll put it off for a year or two while all these gigantic buildings in Washington, D.C. vacated, empty offices for how long? Year, 2 years? And then the midterms come up, the Democrats take over.
Maybe.
And what are they going to do? Are they going to ask everybody to come back and fill the office buildings that we need to run the government? People think that this government runs automatically, that all these things that run so smoothly because we have these things in place, because we need these things in place. We didn't create these government bodies simply to grow government, which is something I think they think is true. It's not true. We grew it because we needed these people to do these certain things to make it run smoothly. My God, can't we get it through our...
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to...
They had the House Oversight Committee talking about things a couple of days ago.
Yes.
And do we have that clip, Andy? Let's talk.
They wanted to subpoena Elon Musk.
Yes. And they had a little disagreement about it.
Well, a Democrat tried to get her point across.
Yeah. Let's hear that clip.
Yeah, let's listen.
Mr. Chairman, you correctly cited the role of Elon Musk. It's a puzzling role for many people, certainly on this side of the aisle, and I think for some on yours. Who is this unelected billionaire that he can attempt to dismantle federal agencies, fire people, transfer them, offer them early retirement, and have sweeping changes to agencies without any congressional review, oversight, or concurrence? Therefore, Mr. Chairman, given his prominence and his importance, I move that the committee subpoena Elon Musk to come before it as a witness at the earliest possible moment. And I so move.
All right.
There's been a motion and second. The motion is not debatable.
What?
Mr. Chairman, why is it not debatable? Point of order.
It is debatable.
Mr. Chair, I strike the last word.
Hold on.
Mr. Chairman.
Can I table the motion?
What?
Mr. Chairman, why don't we want to debate Elon Musk coming in and talking to us about his work and how he's enriched himself for $64 billion?
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
Chair recognizes Dr. Fox. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move to table the motion.
There's a motion to table. Is there a
Mr.
second?
Chairman,
Second by
point of
Mr.
order.
Higgins.
Point of order.
Now,
Mr.
the motion is not debatable. As many
Point of order, Mr.
are in
Chairman.
favor of tabling.
No.
Point of order, state your point.
Mr. Chairman, I think it's outrageous that this committee will not even entertain a motion.
No, you state your.
Chairman, that's not a point of order.
Somebody
You know,
who's
I
breaking the law and dismantling our federal agencies.
You're out of order. No, we don't listen to demagogues.
Data,
Out of
and
order.
you will not
Out of order.
even
Out of order.
entertain a motion
The
to
motion
bring
of
this
order,
in
and this is
front of the
demagoguery. This is
oversight
outrageous.
committee.
Are in favor of tabling.
Yes, let's have order in this country.
Shakespeare, you're out of order. You know you're out of order. You know the rules of this
Blah, blah,
committee.
blah, blah,
There's
blah.
been a motion.
Mr. Elon Musk is out of order and dismantling.
He's out of order.
You're out of order. I'll take your order. Oh, God.
Oh, I just
What a
love it. It
mess.
is really something else, you know.
Gee,
They've done this in
it can't get anything
in state
done.
capitals all over in red states. They have
Yeah.
drowned out the Democrats in so many simple ways like that, and it is just ridiculous. It's not a republic, democracy in any way, shape, or form when they are in control. They seem to know everything at all times.
Apparently so. It's idiocracy at its finest.
John. It says it's the
Another
Trump
text.
administration. Just lie. I used to be 73. Now, like Jack Benny, I'm 39. Everything old is new again. Yeah.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
truth.
Hey,
Yeah.
we have I think something's coming over. The teletype.
Oh, do we have a?
Yeah, I
Okay,
think we
let's
do.
get to some more news.
What's the breaking news?
This is the FBI uncovers Al Qaeda plot to just sit back and enjoy collapse of the United States.
That's their plan, huh?
That is the headline from The Onion, and
Oh,
you know you
okay.
can believe them.
Maybe true. That's wow.
Big story. We'll follow that one.
Good enough.
All right. Now here we have another big story, and this is AG Pam Bondi. She's going to make it easier for Trump to take foreign bribes from lobbyists. This sounds like a job for her.
Okay.
Her first move was disbanding the Foreign Influence Task Force because Trump got caught doing just that.
Yeah.
All right. Foreign influence. And because he got caught, they're disbanding that particular Foreign Influence Task Force. Bondi significantly is scaling back enforcement of the Foreign Agents Registration Act. It's called FARA, and for decades it's been a law. All right?
Yes.
And what does it do? Well, it requires individuals to publicly disclose if they are representatives of foreign interests. That seems like a good question to ask, right?
Sure.
Right? Individuals who want to lobby or advocate for foreign governments or individuals must register with the Department of Justice to disclose their relationships, activities, and financial compensation to promote transparency. Well, that's almost gone now, folks. Bondi has ruled FARA can't be enforced except in cases of more traditional espionage, foreign government actors. You know, people like Dr. No or Goldfinger, you know, somebody more obvious. Those are the people we will pick on.
Sure.
But so again, this makes it easy for him to take bribes. And, you know, he has like $100,000 watches available, which there's no promise they're going to be shipped
or that they
or
even
made
work.
or made. But people can donate to buy the watches, $100,000.
Yeah.
Money laundering a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they never send the watches out.
Yeah. So
And it all becomes legal. No one can challenge that. Pam Bondi is there. She's the firewall.
she's
for
the
Trump.
attorney general. And
Yep.
yeah, it's all good with her.
It is.
Okay. This portion of John and Gordy brought to you by David J. Frank. They are your turnkey one-stop landscaping resource, and they can take care of anything. Lawn care, flower care, trimming, shaping, pruning. Largest landscape contractor in Southeast Wisconsin. Branches in Madison, Milwaukee, and Kenosha. Go to their website to find out a lot more at davidjfrank.com. Back with more of John and Gordy in the morning in mere moments.
Wow, can't wait.
me tell you about my hometown. It's the capital of the state. I'll have to brag a little bit, but I really won't exaggerate. Big Madison, 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 that's my hometown. Madison, Madison, that's my hometown.
I do love it. We got the leaf blowers out on State Street here in the capital city, Madison. Wow.
Keeping it nice and clean.
Oh, it looks beautiful out there now, doesn't it?
It is. A little chilly.
I think there was
degrees.
Well, I think there was a little dust there on the corner, and I think he's taking care of it.
Yeah, he always makes the corner
A single
there.
grain of salt.
Yeah.
Single grain of salt.
Hey, make plans now to be a voter in every election. Tuesday, February 18th is Wisconsin's spring primary election. Check your voter registration status, find your polling place, and make a plan to be a voter this spring. You can go to myvote.wi.gov, and you'll get all the information you need from local to statewide races. Again, go to myvote.wi.gov.
Less than 2 months away, I think, now from the big Supreme Court election.
Yeah.
Tuesday, April 1st.
Susan Crawford. Let's just say that name over and over and over again, okay? Susan Crawford.
Okay.
All right. And we do have a story, I believe. Michael Gableman's story. Oh, we have Mark on the line? Okay,
Yes.
we'll get to outraged shoppers in just a moment. But first, Mark, what do you got for us this morning?
Good morning.
Well, you're just talking about Pam Bondi must have skipped the class on the Constitution because Article 1 of the Constitution, Section 8, I think it's in Section 8 that it says, and no person holding any office of profit or trust under them shall, without consent of Congress, accept any present emolument, office, or title of any kind from any king, prince, or foreign state.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of, that it is just, Donald Trump is just going to take whatever he can get from anybody else. And this woman decides the president isn't supposed to obey the emoluments clause. I mean, it is just, that's in the Constitution, woman. You just took an oath to that.
Yes.
Held your hand on the Bible and took an oath, so help you God. Well,
I know.
It is just disgusting. It is just disgusting that she's already saying, well, I'm going to let the president violate the emoluments clause. Of course, he did it before. I mean, I don't know if
he got away with it before.
Trump's back that he pocketed when he was over in Israel and never returned those lamps that came, I guess, from the first century or that or prior to that from Israel that he was supposed to give back. I think he just like a little, what is it, a jackdaw that collects little pieces of jewelry and all that kind of thing. But
the amazing thing is he got away with this so blatantly last time he was president that they just gave up on it. No one ever challenged that. He could have been impeached over that.
Could have
easily.
Yeah.
That would have been the third impeachment.
Yeah.
But
he's
anyway,
Donald Trump.
Yeah. He's taking care of that other aspect now. Of course, he's got the AG blocking all of this stuff from ever happening. He will never be called out on it, and then he's going to retire. In the Middle East,
at the Gaza Strip.
Yeah. What do they call it?
The Riviera.
The Riviera. Thank you.
Yes.
The Mideast.
That's what Lebanon used to be.
Yes.
Mark, thank you for your call.
Appreciate it.
Let's go to Matt.
Yep.
On the line from Middleton. Matt, go ahead.
Hey guys, good morning.
Good morning.
I just had to ask. I've been wondering, how can we not see MAGA voters who are not wealthy or well off or just selfish as not being completely naive or really, 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 really stupid? This stuff's been done before. It always fails. These plans are theirs. But I wanted to ask, this white nationalist Christian stuff with their idolization of the wealthy and money, was that always a Christian thing in America, or is that kind of new?
No, that's been around for about 30, 40 years at this point. In fact, we've got stories coming up next hour, Matt. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's we're going to be talking about Christian nationalism and what's going on in this country. And we have one of the greats who have written about this ad nauseum forever, Chris Hedges, will be on. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, it's a big problem.
And it's a huge problem.
It is a huge problem. And we'll see more of that problem coming up.
Matt, thank you for
Because
that.
I feel like that's why we're like Russia. That's what Russia's problem is. It's the religion with the state conjoining to brainwash people and make them miserable.
That's right. All right, Matt. Thank you. Now let's get to outraged shoppers, because this is, well, we predicted this would happen.
Yes.
Avid shoppers are already feeling the pain of Donald Trump's tariffs, which were officially slapped on all Chinese imports starting on Tuesday. Victoria Alario posted a video on TikTok on Wednesday complaining about how much she was being charged for a purchase on Meshki. I'm not sure what that is exactly. I haven't been there. It's a women's boutique, but I haven't shopped there
lately.
Yes, I have quite the stock of women's clothing. She had 2 items in her cart totaling $304 in her cart.
Oh.
But a duty was added. That's what they call it. A duty, and it was $101 was added to the bill.
Wow.
That's the impact of a 10% tariff. $101 added to her $304. Trump's executive order eliminated a customs exemption also, by the way, that allowed goods worth less than $800 to come into the U.S. duty-free if it's shipped to an individual. He got rid of that. He got rid of it. So if you order something under $800, doesn't matter anymore. You still have to pay all of that stuff.
There you go.
Another woman who wasn't as lucky had to pay $115 added dollars to her cart.
Okay. We got a whole lot more straight ahead coming up in our next hour. Maxing preview with Jimmy K. And news is next on John and Gordy in the Morning.
It's the John and Gordy Show.
John and Gordy in the morning.
As we were saying, it's the John and Gordy Show. hear about John Peterson on 92 FM, babe. He works with a guy named Gordy Young. They spin them the way you want to hear them. Could it be that 92 FM was made for you and me? Now every morning they get you rolling, playing songs, help you make it through your day. Oh, this station is right on, babe. Now that 92 FM keeps rocking this way. With Johnny Peterson, you can't lose. Look out for Gordy Young, you can't go wrong. Keep that dial right on 92, babe, with the greatest sounds that keep rocking this town. Look out for 92 FM, baby. Woo!
Yeah, baby, that's Rissellaniello. Yeah. Used to perform at a dinner club.
Right.
And it was great stuff. It really was. We had him on the show all the time.
Terrific voice, for that lounge singer kind of voice.
And I got hold of him in Vegas.
Yeah.
And I never heard back from him.
Well, maybe he moved out there and he didn't need to come back.
Well, he didn't need us anymore.
No. Made it to the big time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
He rode on our coattails again.
Phone lines are open, 608-879-8255. That's 879-TALK, or use the Civic Media app. You can phone us or text us from the app.
Corey out there in Watertown.
What's he got
I
to
feel
say?
so bad about Watertown. You
Why?
know, we're going to have high-speed rail, and Watertown was one of the stops in the high-speed rail.
Yeah.
And, well, it never happened because of Scott Walker, but, you know,
Yeah, well.
they're doing okay out in Watertown. Corey's out there still.
Mm-hmm.
What's
he got to say?
He said, if Trump's place in Florida is called Mar-a-Lago Club, will his newly redesigned place in the Middle East be called the Gaza Strip Club?
Gaza Strip. Okay.
That's
pretty
that's
good.
good. I like
Thanks,
that. Yeah.
Corey.
How about this from Bob in Cross Plains? Elon Musk offers self $10 billion federal buyout. And that is a headline from The Onion, he says.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And the Gaza Strip Mall will provide jobs.
The Gaza Strip
Jamba
Mall.
Juice, Cinnabon, hot dog on a stick.
Thank you from Doug. St. Francis. Okay.
High class stuff. A lot of promises. We'll see if any of those are kept.
A lot to look forward to. No doubt.
Oh, man.
This portion of the John and Gordy Morning Show brought to you by Verlo Mattress. Sleep better, dream bigger on a handcrafted Verlo mattress. You can check them out at Madison's East Side location or West Side, or go to verlo.com. If you stop in, ask about their lifetime comfort guarantee. And when will Maddie the mattress make an appearance on the John and Gordy Show?
Yeah.
He's probably busy. Do you think that people, he's like the model mattress? Do you think that people like lay on him when he goes places for public appearances? That probably takes up a lot of his time.
These are questions we want to ask him when we get him in the studio.
Or
here.
lay on her.
Oh, okay. Well, let's keep it.
You'd like that, wouldn't you,
John? Okay. We love Maddie the mattress.
Oh, you're trying to cover for all of this?
Just be cool.
Let's move on to a different subject, right?
Please.
All right, let's get to what we promised to get to. It is Christian nationalism, all right? Trump is going to sign an executive order forming Department of Justice-led task force to root out anti-Christian bias. Man, I've been hearing about this for years. My mega friend in Milwaukee, born-again Christian, and for the last 20 years, he's been talking about this, how unfair it is the way they pick on Christians all the time. Launching a weaponized presidential commission on religious liberty to confront weaponization and religious persecution of Christians in the United States. Unbelievable. Just, this is all ridiculous. Christian nationalists have always played the victimhood card, claiming persecution with acts that include humorous satires. These are violations, by the way, folks. Cartoons and the use of Jesus they supposedly take offense to. Richard Laser, president of the Americans United for Separation of Church and State, said following Trump's announcement that rather than protecting religious beliefs, this task force will misuse religious freedom to justify bigotry, discrimination, and the subversion of our civil rights laws. An example of religious persecution, Trump pardoned 23 anti-abortion activists, one of whom, Paulette Harlow, he said was jailed for peacefully praying. Not so peacefully blocking access to an abortion clinic. That's why she was arrested. She was persecuted and convicted of a federal offense in 2023 under the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act. That's a law.
It is a law.
Which makes it a crime to use force, the threat of force, or physical obstruction to prevent someone from obtaining or providing reproductive services. She was sentenced to 2 years in prison. That Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act is another federal law anyone can break now, because we will have a new executive order taking a look at anti-Christian bias. There you go, right?
Yeah, okay.
Well, this will bring you down too, because this has a lot to do with Christian nationalism, and it explains why we can't talk to megas. We can't change their minds. It's impossible to do. Mark Lamont Hill had an interview with Chris Hedges, the author and Presbyterian minister, on Christian nationalism. And this is what he had to say, cut 31. Let's listen.
Reading the prayer said, President Trump, we set the name of the Lord upon you, and we declare that no weapon formed against you will prosper, that every tongue that rises up against you in judgment will be condemned. And if God be for you, who can be against you? And I said, wow, I've heard that prayer a lot of times. I've heard that scripture from Isaiah a lot of times in the Black church and other churches. Didn't expect to hear it said over Donald Trump. When you hear it, what do you make of it?
Idolatry, Moloch, worshiping the feet of Moloch. It's idolatry. It's heresy. It's the sacralization of human and political power, which is probably the greatest sin any religious institution can make. Look, the mega churches work like this, and I learned this from Hannah Arendt. You have and they have much better seats than we do in the Presbyterian church. They're comfortable. They kind of recline. They got nice music. I mean, nice. It's all cheesy. And lights, and they make you feel good. But that is the form of what she calls indoctrination. And all fascist movements do that. So, it's their propaganda. I dug deep inside to this Leviathan called the Christian right, that I call American fascists.
And Christian nationalists, right? I mean,
yeah, they're complete nationalists. And, what they are is they are essentially equivalent of the so-called German Christian church established under the fascists in Germany, where on one side you had the Christian cross and the other the Nazi flag. And let's be clear, Mark, this church is bankrolled by the very billionaire class that we talked about. Why? Because with Magic Jesus, you don't need labor unions. With Magic Jesus, you don't need health care, because Magic Jesus is going to give you a Cadillac and make all your dreams come true. And that is that shift from a reality-based world into the world of magical thinking. And once people shift into that world of magical thinking, you can't reach them through rational argument.
And that's it.
Says it all.
You can never reach them. And again, my friend in Milwaukee, born-again Christian, can't reach him. He has no problem with what is happening in this country, having somebody from the outside, not vetted by the Senate, just coming in and firing people left and right, closing down huge office buildings filled with people who are working hard to keep this government running smoothly. He has no problem with any of that. It's this thing where they want to just get back at you.
Yeah.
They just want revenge. They want to say that they've been right all along by destroying government. And then, of course, we'll all find out, well, they were wrong, but still, It's like, climate change. We're finding out that this is devastating. We're spending billions and billions of dollars. We're losing lives because of climate change, and they still won't admit it's real. So
yeah, there is something in the magical Jesus concept.
Yes.
And,
yes.
That's it. That's it right there.
Yeah.
It just it becomes cult-like at some point.
Absolutely.
With some people. Sam, do you know something about the Inquisition?
The Spanish Inquisition? Because Catherine brought this up. She says, Christians have always been persecuted. Ask Sam about the Inquisition.
Well, they're asking you.
Well,
tell us about the Spanish Inquisition.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Well, I was perusing the Wikipedia page while we were playing that last cut.
Oh, just
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spain was a Catholic country, and when the Spanish crown really took over and started kicking all the Muslims and Jews out of the country, they forced everyone who was still left behind to either convert or basically be killed and face torture or deportations, all that sort of stuff. So those people, even if they were genuine converts, were still sort of persecuted by that. But then again, there's still the Catholic majority in that country. They're the ones persecuting everybody else.
You got a
short history lesson.
Absolutely. Very good. Thank you.
Matt from Middleton texted in, the SS under Hitler only wanted religious men to serve because they could be convinced to do anything. A lot harder than to get a liberal to get out people in ovens.
That's right. They had they created a government religion.
Yes.
Out of Christianity, and I think that happens an awful lot in Christianity. And the thing is, they think that the image of Christ should not be drawn or portrayed in any way, shape, or form. Except probably in the churches where it's, a very white Christ. And it's always been like that. And, my sons came up to me the other day and just thanked me for forcing him to go to classes at our Lutheran school, at a Lutheran church.
Yeah.
And because they now understand, they can talk to other people about religions, and they understand what's behind what people are talking about and what they questioned when they were learning about the Christian religion. And it was just fantastic to hear them say that.
Yep. It is 7:18. Coming up in about 15 minutes, Jerry Kay will be in with a Max Inc. preview for all the local weekend music happening around the state of Wisconsin. Back with more of John and Gordy.
I don't care, I keep on going as long as I can move my feet.
Good morning.
Jimmy.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Good.
Good.
What time are you coming down for this weekend?
Does it go on Sunday too?
I don't think so.
Just Saturday.
What was Brittany's comment yesterday about the
death by driveway?
Death by driveway.
It's true.
And who's our news person?
Savannah.
Savannah. Yeah.
It says all events are running on Saturday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Sunday, 11 to 2, kites on Lake Mendota and skydiving jumps over the lake.
What?
Excellent.
Apparently, yeah, I guess they got people jumping out of planes and landing onto the lake.
Oh,
or
no.
something.
Oh, my God.
This is my
Wait a
event.
minute.
Really?
Is that a good idea?
So they're going to have a glider, right? They're going to glide onto the lake somehow.
I guess, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Cheat.
One step beyond.
Forget the video, Madness video for this song, One Step Beyond. You remember it?
I hadn't heard of this song until you brought it in for the show.
Oh.
And then I watched the video. It's
Isn't
a
that
funny
great?
video,
Yeah, that shuffle that they do throughout the video is just fantastic. This is John and Gordy in the morning, WMDX 92.7 in the capital city, Madison, overlooking State Street, and the leaf blowers and the sweepers on the sidewalk. It is a beautiful town. It really, truly, truly is. And now it's time to get to Brittany Rouleau, who yesterday, we had an ice storm, and she called that ice storm something like, going out into your driveway, death by driveway. And I just love that. I keep thinking it could be the next horror film. Some producer here in Wisconsin could put something like that together, like Michigan Monster or something like that, right?
Was crazy slick out there yesterday.
It was. And then our news person, Savannah Tomei Olson, came up with her own. She said, "Oh, my parking lot was so, it was so icy that it was a death trap."
Oh, how funny.
Yes, I know.
But nothing like that today.
Death is the key word there.
Well, it was catching people by surprise. I mean, when you slip, it happens so fast. You think as an adult, I'm not going to fall. But man, your feet just fly from underneath you, and then you never know what you're going to hit. So scary, scary stuff. I'm glad that is not in the forecast for you guys. We're looking at just some light little bit of snowfall on Saturday. Honestly, probably around an inch. Nothing crazy. The heavy stuff is definitely hitting well north of the Dells too. So you're in the clear, honestly. And we're just looking at those temperatures, getting kind of mild, hovering around 30 degrees today, tomorrow. And then we will fall as we go into Sunday and into next week.
You mean like on ice again? Is that what you're talking about?
No.
Sam fell. Sam broke his leg.
No. Sam.
I didn't even fall on the ice. I forgot to tell you, John, when you came in, I was replacing light bulbs here in the studio yesterday, not using a ladder, not having a spotter in the room with me. And I was standing on this box on wheels, and I got all the lights up.
That's key.
Yeah, on wheels. I got all the lights up. They were all replaced. And then as I was getting out and off the box the last time, the wheels slipped out from under me. Right in front of Jacqueline, our HR person, who freaked out, ran into the room to ask if I was okay. And luckily I was.
Oh, man.
Made you sign a bunch of forms immediately.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I thought you took a slip on the ice, though. Didn't you take a slip on that?
No.
I slipped walking home yesterday, but I didn't completely fall.
All right.
I did a little funny dance.
Doing the tarantula. We used to call it way back then, doing the tarantula.
Oh my gosh. I have slipped on black ice and I broke my tailbone. Let me tell you, that lingers. That lingers.
Wow.
That was terrible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's a horror story right there.
I'm sorry.
Bringing everybody down, Brittany.
That's my job.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's true. You're a weather person.
So what can we expect today and ahead in the weekend here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of sunshine to start the day, clouds increasing throughout the afternoon and into the evening. And of course, temperatures, like I said, sitting in the 30s today, 30s tomorrow. And then as we go into Sunday, we are going to fall to the mid 20s. And then by Tuesday next week, into the upper teens. So cooler air is definitely sitting on the back doorstep after this system moves through. But Sunday for Super Bowl, sunny, nothing going on.
Yeah.
Calm weather.
And they're getting storms, I guess, in the south, right?
Well,
I mean, that's where all
I've
the
been
snow
so
is
busy
taking
looking at our
place.
own snowstorm.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's right. You have your own to worry about.
So you're coming down tomorrow for the big ice festival or whatever.
We're hearing you're jumping out of an airplane and you're going to land on the you're going to land on the lake. Is that right?
Maybe. I wish. Maybe next year. But finding out that that's happening, this is my event. Sounds awesome.
It's the Frozen Assets Festival. Yes.
All right. Well, they promised
Gotta
a
see
few
how they do
deaths.
it.
So yeah, you might as well make it on down here.
Brittany, thank you so much.
Thank you
have a
guys.
good weekend.
All
You
right.
too. Thank you.
We'll see you on the lake there.
All right. Bye-bye.
This portion of the John and Gordy Show brought to you by David J. Frank, your one-stop landscaping resource, and they are celebrating 65 years in business, taking care of lawns and gardening and flower care, trimming, pruning. They do it all. David J. Frank, the largest landscape contractor in southeast Wisconsin. Go to davidjfrank.com for details.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, we didn't mention this. It happened a few days ago, even a week ago, I believe. But the Proud Boys lost their name rights to a black church.
Yes.
To a black church
They
they
lost,
vandalized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They lost their copyright or
Yeah.
their name
The judge
rights.
awarded the trademark name and symbols to a Washington church to help satisfy a $2.8 million judgment against the group. And, well, you know, I don't know if they're going to want to sell any more merch. But, yeah, if they get money from any of that stuff.
Are they going to fight it?
Isn't
Are they
that
gonna
great? No, that's
take it up the line.
Well,
That's
who
it.
knows? I don't know. Maybe. But that's fun. Just it's fun to know.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing that to the table.
Yeah, I just thought I'd bring that up.
You guys remember when it was a Twitter trend? I think it was on Twitter trend for a little while when the Proud Boys like first entered the public view, and people like found out what their message was. There were a bunch of people posting the hashtag Proud Boys on Twitter, but with pictures of gay couples.
Oh, really?
Who were like doing it subversively to try and override their message. I just love that. That's so funny to me.
Yeah. Well, I got to bring this up before we get into the music here, but Trump vowed to save white South Africans while Musk called for welcoming them as refugees. Musk said it's white South Africans who are now facing injustice, and he endorsed and shared an ex post Tuesday from a user who suggested that the U.S. should encourage white-only immigration from South Africa. Trump piled on, saying South Africa is confiscating land and treating certain classes of people very badly, and vowed to order an investigation by the U.S. government. It's an allegation that is popular among white nationalists and far-right figures. So that is... That is what's that's what we want to immigrate, right? We want more white people, and yet if it hasn't become obvious to anybody yet,
blatant.
I know.
Okay.
Well,
all right. It is 7:28 coming up right around the corner. Jimmy K is in the house getting ready for the Max Inc. preview. Yes.
Yeah.
Find out about some of the best music in the
Wisconsin.
state of Wisconsin. Yeah. You know, and he's got all the details.
He does. He does. He'll be here.
Gordy in the morning. As we were saying, let the sun shine. It's the John and Gordy Show.
92.7 WMDX. John and Gordy in the morning.
It's 7:34. Weather today, it's 14 degrees, expecting a high about 30. Some of the clouds will clear out for a little bit of sunshine. Probably get some snow tomorrow, but not much.
Catherine had a little comment about Sam's adventure, putting light bulbs in the ceiling and then falling off the box.
This box right here.
It's a big box on wheels.
Like a big crate box.
Yeah. Well, it's got a refrigerator and everything in there.
It's pretty heavy.
And she says, Sam, it's all about the dismount. You know, you gotta
stick the landing, man.
Yeah, you really do that.
You're so right. You're so right. I'll remember that next time that I stand on that box and put light bulbs in the ceiling.
Well, you're lucky you didn't go flying through the window over here. It's a big wall of windows just off camera.
Yeah.
Could have really been hurt, man. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm personally disappointed that you fixed the light bulbs, like the strobe effects in here on Saturday night.
See? That's what I was saying too. In fact, I don't like all the light in here. I work in the dark.
Yeah, we like it darker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're nocturnal, aren't you?
Yes, very nocturnal. I was a night person for so many years.
Right.
Then I got shoved into the morning show slot, most of my life. And then, I had to get up early. So
Jimmy K is in the studio with us.
Good morning. How are you?
We're doing great.
Pretty good. The funky drummer. I've got that T-shirt.
Yeah.
Give the drummer some, Clyde Stubblefield. Yeah, absolutely.
Legend.
He
was in here. They were in here and they passed out these T-shirts and they're fantastic.
Yeah. I got this one from Atwood Fest. Rocker gave it to me.
Oh, you did?
No, I'm sorry. Joey B. Banks actually gave me this shirt.
Sure.
From because he's done a lot with Clyde Stubblefield and stuff.
He's the one who gave it to us.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
That Joey B. Banks guy, he's pretty cool.
He is.
Absolutely. Great drummer. Great drummer.
Yes, he is.
Jimmy K, with the Max Inc. preview, for if people are just tuning in for the first time here, you have Max Inc., which is doing the show every weekend, just focusing on Wisconsin music.
Original local music from Wisconsin.
Yes.
That's what we do. And I think, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm going to.
Go ahead.
I think we do it very well.
Do it, yeah. Yes, you actually do. Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun going around the state, finding new music to play every week. It's a lot of fun. And I love music. So, I get to share that with the folks here on the radio every Saturday and Sunday. We got a great show for you this week, too. I'm really looking forward to. One of the first guests I want to tell you about is a band I wish it was a Wisconsin band, but they actually are from Chicago. They are called the Steepwater Band. They were formed in Chicago in 1998 by vocalist and guitarist Jeff Massey, drummer Joe Winters, and Todd Burrows on bass. Burrows is no longer with the band. They replaced him with Joe Bishop, who's now on bass, and they added Eric Sailors on guitar, the lap steel guitar, which is a great sound, and also backing vocals. Now, the Steepwater Band, they rocked the Clyde Stubblefield stage, give the drummer some, at Atwood Fest in 2023. The name Steepwater Band was actually from a cargo vessel that Massey sighted in the port of Lake Michigan while driving around.
Steepwater.
Steepwater, that's the name of the band right there. Jeff will share the details about that story tomorrow night on Max Inc. Now, the Steepwater Band, they're currently working on a new album that's due out later this year, and they're about to embark on a tour, including stops in Philly, New York, Dubuque, Chicago, and right here in Madison, folks, at the Red Rooster, Saturday, February 15th. This song is from their 2022 album called Return of the Wheel. This Steepwater Band, and their song called Shift.
Changes all around you see. Change inside of you and me.
good rock and roll.
That is, yeah, that's really great rock.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Steep water.
When they performed live at Atwood Fest, they there was a sea of people from the Clyde Stubblefield stage, as always, but they rocked it. And just a great band to see live. And they're great guys, too. They're very friendly, fun to hang out with them backstage.
All right.
Cool. All right, what else you got?
Also coming up this week on Max Inc. Radio, The Flavor That Kills is going to join me live in studio. We're going to have a chat and some laughs. And we'll give you all the details about the Happy Hour of Love happening next Friday, Valentine's Day, at the Gamma Ray Bar here in Madison. The show is going to feature The Flavor That Kills and the debut of a new Madison band called Mothballs. Now, this is from the, I know you love that, Mothballs, right?
We really do. Yeah. You can just smell that. I gotta interrupt you because you have a poster here in our studio.
Yeah, we just saw.
Yep, brought that in last night. Yeah,
that's a new poster.
That's
that was brand new.
That's brand new about the show next week. Yeah, you bet.
It is so retro. It is so fantastic. It really does look like something from the 50s. I am serious about.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything like that. That is beautiful. It's a gorgeous poster.
Who designed that? Who made that?
I think it was somebody in The Flavor That Kills that designed it.
Oh, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
It really does. It looks like something from the 50s.
Those are the type of posters you need to, you remember the old school guerrilla marketing tactics where you have a show, put the posters up on the light poles and the Coasis on State Street or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I want one of those.
I tell you what, you can have that one.
Can I?
Yes, you may.
Oh, that's just gorgeous.
Happy birthday,
really
John.
is. Thank you. Well,
thanks, Jimmy.
I'm easy.
Yeah, there you go. The Flavor That Kills, they've been around for a long time. Their latest album, Book of Secrets, it was kind of this last album from them was kind of a change from their older stuff they did back in 2018, 2017. Back then, it was more of a retro funk-inspired 70s rock. Now they added like guitars and stuff, more guitars, more of a rock and roll type of funk for The Flavor That Kills.
Okay.
This is a great quote. This is from the Isthmus from March 5th, 2024 by writer Stephen M. Koss. Guitarist Educational Davis was asked, what do you say about this band? And this is the quote, I feel like this band is sometimes like a four-way intersection with no stop signs. You might crash, and sometimes you do, but then there's all this bumping and moving around until you get this cool pattern down. Great description of the band.
Wow.
Be sure to join me at the Gamma Ray Bar next Friday for the Happy Hour of Love. Is presented by 92.7 WMDX and Max Inc. on Civic Media. I'll be emceeing the show. I hope you come down. I would love to see you. Buy you a drink, or maybe you buy me a drink. We'll have a slow dance together. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
we're in.
Wow.
Okay.
Gordy's first in line for the slow dance.
Yeah,
come on, Gordy.
Okay.
Hold me tight, sir.
You don't have to ask me twice, Jimmy.
Let's hear some older music from The Flavor That Kills. This is from their funkier days back in 2018 from their album Never Mind the Acorns. This song is called All the Same.
I love that song.
Do you? What do you like about it?
That unusual instrumentation in the back, whatever that is, whatever they did there, it is just fantastic. What a great sound.
And the voice really cuts through.
Yeah, it's definitely not cookie cutter music. And that's what I like about it. It's unique, and it has a unique sound to it.
Yeah, a little vibrato, whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but that's a great sound.
Well, John, Gordy.
Yes.
Move your hands up a little, Gordy, on my back there, please. The Flavor That Kills.
People don't know he was dancing
Yeah,
with Jimmy.
Come join us. Happy Hour Love next Friday at the Gamma Ray. Also tomorrow on Max Inc., Terry Barr sits down with local hip hop artist Rob Dees. Now, Rob does it all. He's an artist, an educator, he's an activist. And since it's Black History Month, he tells Terry tells me that he wanted to get his thoughts about why he thinks Black History Month should be lived every day in the life.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
absolutely.
Rob also believes in the power of storytelling. He works with a Madison program where he teaches troubled kids about telling their stories through music. Now, Rob is an award-winning hip hop artist, so many of the kids are learning how hip hop has always been about storytelling. He has a new song out too. It's been a while since Rob has released a song, but he has this new one out. It's called Composure, and it touches on the need for patience and grace in these challenging times. This is Rob Dees and Composure.
All right.
Ain't no time to walk with my head down. Part of being a man with skin that's brown. Had that to being a man about town, and it all come out in the soul of the sound now. Speaking of which, this is why I spit. Express sentiment a lot of cats don't get. Bread in the ever, I'm so happy they pew. That mean I put some stank on it now, but never feel it. So, smell like that, this progression rap. Raise and move forward, ain't no time to look back. Also let me live so I can get at that. Cause I'm a blue collar baby, earn my teacup cat. Some tend to not like me cause I speak in facts. Robbie St. Luke cause I was speaking acts. Walking my relief, these words are my debris. How to keep composure through all of this grief. Cause some throw jazz for us to fall off. Like they the only spot for us to ball off. Work our own visions, make sure they saw off. True holiday point plays I call off. This is for those separate polarizations. Talk my soul smack on these hit quotations. For the real, we the people type situations. Must have seen faith for all the trailblazers.
Don't come up and times we fail and in the joy and times we have now you just spread.
I wish I knew who the female vocalist was. I should have researched that beforehand. But that's the brand new Rob D song called Composure.
Real nice.
Hypnotic.
Very much so, yeah.
Did he mention John and Gordy softballs in there?
I think so. I think that was
thought I
mentioned.
heard something like that in there.
Let's take a quick trip around Madison and see who's playing some shows this week. We'll
Yes.
start over at the Cargo Coffee East with Rhapsody and Rose with special guest Zach Baker from Minneapolis. Now, Cat Raspity and Benjamin Rose are, of course, from Madison's indie rock band Cat and the Hurricane. Cat and Ben put on a great acoustic dual show together, and it kind of takes them back to the roots of Cat and a Hurricane. It's kind of getting out to the beginning. Now, Cat and a Hurricane, they're gearing up for a busy summer of shows, and they're releasing vinyl for their latest release, Got It Out. You can pre-order that vinyl on their Bandcamp page right now. Here is Cat and the Hurricane from their album Got It Out, the pseudo title track, Therapy.
I'm done writing songs about you. If you don't count this one, I paid for all your insecurities, but not to be your therapist. We got it out, almost completely. We got it out with what we like to call. We got it out.
Cat and Hurricane. Love it. Rhapsody and Rose tonight at Cargo Coffee, 6:30. And the next full band show for Cat and Hurricane is in Lake Mills at the Pyramid Event Theater on Saturday, March 15th.
All right. We will be back with more of our Max Inc. preview with Jimmy K in just a moment. John and Gordy in the morning.
If you don't count this one.
So, John and
Gordy.
In the morning.
Yeah.
This portion of the John and Gordy Morning Show is brought to you by Verlo Mattress. Sleep better, dream bigger on a handcrafted Verlo mattress. Check them out on Madison's East Side or West Side, or go online at verlo.com. John Peterson, over to you.
All right. Me?
Yeah, you.
Do I have something to say?
Go.
Let's talk about this corn cob over here.
Oh, yeah, the big corn cob for Shucked, right?
Right on the Overture Center.
Yeah, musical.
It's a giant corn
They
cob.
put it in the window of one of the buildings on Fairchild. But you can see it from State Street as well.
It's like 20 feet tall. It's in the middle.
that.
It's on the second floor of the Overture Center in their giant window display they got there.
Yeah, it's just beautiful.
Really nice.
Yeah, they should keep that up there.
All the time.
I've seen the ads for Shuck. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's supposed to be funny. Yeah. All right, Jimmy K back with the Max Inc. preview for the weekend.
Got a couple more shows that are happening this weekend I want to tell you about. The next show is a band that was formed back in 1996 by students at the University of Wisconsin here in Madison. Tim Whalen, Al Falashi started the band Fat Function for a Battle of the Bands competition. It was meant to be a one-off gig, but the band just kept going, and they released a self-titled album. Fast forward, they released 4 studio albums to date, a live album, and John, they even have a Blu-ray disc out.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, God.
No, you love those Blu-ray
I
discs.
do. Sony stopped making Blu-ray discs. They were the ones, it's their format, basically, and they stopped making them. They're not going to be making those discs anymore. I guess we're going to have to rely on somebody else to make Blu-ray discs to record on.
Yeah, I guess so. Here's something I didn't know about Fat Function. The co-founder, Al Falashi, arranged and composed music for Clyde Stubblefield's 2003 album, The Original, Give the Drummer Some. Also in 2009, the band staged Funk Out Cancer, a series of fundraising concerts every other year here in Madison. As of 2017, they've raised over $200,000 of funds that went to the University of Wisconsin Carbo Cancer Center.
Wow.
That's nice.
And I was on their website yesterday trying to see when the next one is. They haven't had one for a couple of years. So I'm hoping maybe this coming fall, there'll be a Funk Out Cancer show with Fat Function. Let's get funky with Fat Function. You can see them live at the High Noon Saloon this Saturday with special guest Mark Croft. Here is Fat Function and Miss Madison.
I-90 to Chicago, Miss Maddie starts calling me. She don't even ask if I miss her. With open arms, she'll always be. Meet me at the bar on State Street. We'll talk about the funky scene. The people everywhere, breathing in the air, dancing like they just don't care. No, no. Turn the key and hope for ignition. Then the rubber's gonna hit the road. I'm tired and I don't have a penny, but that's okay cause I'm heading home. Dreaming of a night on the terrace, the moon's gonna light the stage. The joker's in the main, joker's got it made. I wanna play the Beach Street game, no, no.
I love the horns.
Oh, yeah, the way that comes in there.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I'm pretty sure Rocker has picked this particular song to play before, but it's one of my favorites from Fat Function. And it is about Madison. So I figured you guys like that.
That is true.
And where are they appearing again?
They're at the High Noon Saloon.
Saturday, I think you said.
Where's that here? High Noon Saloon on Saturday. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And if you ever get a chance to see Fat Function at the Memorial Union Terrace, that's a great show, especially at sunset.
Love horns and songs.
Yeah. All right.
I think we got time for one more.
One more song for you. And these guys, another funky band from Madison, and they've been around forever as well, is Rare Element. They have developed a strong reputation for this high-intensity live shows. The band is highly talented, 7-piece, including 3-piece horn section, bringing massive energy to the stage each performance. The band is influenced by classic funk artists like Fred Wisely, the Meters, Clyde Stubblefield, give the drummer some, and Herbie Hancock. You can see why Maximum Music Magazine dubbed Rare Element as Madison's newest supergroup. Here is Rare Element from somewhere live in Madison. I think it was the Harmony, but don't quote me on that. Here's their instrumental jam, You Dig?
That's some travel music right there.
Rare Element there. They're awesome. Steve Water Band, The Flavor of the Kills, Terry Barr with Rob D's this weekend on Max Inc. And we'll see you next weekend for the Happy Hour of Love, guys.
Thank you, Jimmy K.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, we're just about to wrap things up. What's going on down the hall here, Catherine?
Todd on the ball is in Great Low right now.
Oh, okay.
He's built himself a studio in
I
his office.
saw that. I want that camera.
Yeah, we want our own stuff.
Talented people here at Civic Media.
All right, Jimmy K, thanks for stopping by. Stephanie Miller is next Monday. We kick off our John and Gordy Week of Love.
Can't wait. Yeah.
Valentine's Day. Oh, you'll have to tune in.
Bring the incense.
All kinds of surprises. Monday morning. Jimmy K, we'll be dancing this weekend with you. Yeah. All right, Stephanie's next.